What's going on, everybody? John and Will, Law of Polaris. Thank you all for tuning in. So I wanted to talk about the situation with the city of Oakland suing not only the Raiders, but the NFL for taking the team to Las Vegas. And it's a whole mess. Oakland Raiders, Oakland/Las Vegas Raiders are going to be homeless, I guess, for the 2019 season, and it's getting real sticky. So before I go into like the details of it, you know, how do y'all feel? How do the people in Oakland feel about the Raiders? So Mark Davis, the new owner, wanted a new stadium. He's seeing all these other teams build these beautiful, luxurious stadiums, and he's like, yo, Oakland, I want a new stadium. What's up? Oakland didn't want to do that, so he says, okay, well, you know, if you're not going to give me a new stadium, then I'm out. There's another city, there's another market that'll give me the stadium I want. The stadium built in Las Vegas is a $1.9 billion stadium, and $750 million of that is going to be generated by the public through either a hotel tax or through municipal government bonds. Now, the way municipal bonds work, anytime you buy some kind of debt, you get interest on that. That interest is taxed. With a municipal bond, you get that interest tax-free. So if you're in the highest tax bracket, buying a municipal bond is a way you could part millions of dollars and get interest on that completely tax-free. Who pays for that? We do, the public. We pay for that. Now, the reason why they issue government debt and they issue the hotel tax and the different types of taxes, the reason why it costs you $10 to get a hot dog at a stadium is because it also generates a ton of revenue for that city when you bring a professional football franchise there. If they were to take the Eagles out of South Philly, that would cause a mess for a lot of businesses. Read from the article that Oakland notes that it has invested and borrowed significant sums of money totaling over $240 million and relying on the assurance that the NFL would in good faith apply Article 4.3. Article 4.3 basically says that in a situation where a team is relocating, the NFL will always prefer to keep the team in its hometown, and it has to make sense on a competitive level. What they're saying is that this does not make sense on a competitive level. They did not consider the city of Oakland. Now you're leaving us holding the tab. That the city stands to lose millions of dollars in tax revenue and other income because of the loss of the Raiders. And they're claiming that it violates the antitrust laws. That the Raiders had to pay a relocation fee in the tune of $378 million to the other 31 NFL teams. What Oakland is saying is that this whole relocation fee is BS. This is them paying off the other NFL teams because they stand to make money. And they stand to make a lot of money. Apparently, Nevada has no state income tax, whereas California has the highest state income tax. So when you're talking about millionaires, that's a lot of money back in your pockets. They're calling it a cartel because they're basically saying, well, you put Oakland in a situation where you said, hey, give me X, Y, and Z, and if you don't, I'm out. Which leaves your city and the citizens of your city hung out to dry, which is basically kind of what happened in St. Louis as well. And the reason why they're saying that this violates the antitrust laws is because just like as an individual, if I opened a business and several other businesses in that neighborhood wanted to put me out of business by refusing to work with me or cooperate with me or fixing the price so that, you know, consumers don't come to my business, that they're basically doing that to certain cities. They mentioned St. Louis, San Diego, San Antonio, Portland, Oklahoma City, Toronto. Cities that otherwise could host an NFL team are being shut out. My personal opinion of it, I think it's unethical. I don't know that it's technically illegal. You know, that's the catch-22 about monopoly antitrust laws in general, is that they're really hard to prove. Because anytime you talk about conspiring or colluding, you gotta have solid proof of that. And that's the issue that Colin Kaepernick is having. Because it could be clear as day that the teams just don't want to sign him. But unless he can prove, either through text message, email, something in writing where the teams got together and say, hey, let's not sign Colin Kaepernick, you don't got a collusion case. So, you know, for me, it makes, I don't know much about Las Vegas. It doesn't seem like a big football town. When I first heard of this move, I'm like, NFL in Las Vegas? That doesn't even make sense. But then when you talk about the money that they're gonna make, oh, now it makes a lot of sense. So is it shady as hell? Yeah. Is it unethical? Yeah. Did the city of Oakland have a case? I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm really interested to see where this lawsuit goes, because I think it's going to bring light to a lot of things in this sport that we as fans don't really pay attention to. And I think it could be a problem in the long run if these teams are, we're paying for these stadiums, man. We're paying for these stadiums, and you're just going to up and move. You take something that big out of a city, that's going to really hurt the economy of that city. And it's something to think about. It is something to think about. But anyway, I'm very interested to see what you guys think. Leave the comments, like, subscribe. See you on the other side.